We have the co-working space, and that's you're looking for. You don't have the privilege to own your own office space. You can come here and take a seat and do your work. We also have private rooms. You need a private room for meeting engagements. You don't need to worry about your electricity bill or security. Everything is provided here. We have a boardroom as well. You have meeting engagements with your board and your executives. You have something here at the FCCI Innovation Hub. We have training rooms for seminars, for conferences, and we also have digital tech rooms, which has been provided by the KVP partners and the IHS towers. We have desktop, we have a 3D printer, we also have a business center, a laminating machine. So I can assure you this is a one-stop center for small businesses, not just small businesses. Even as an entrepreneur or your business owner, you're thinking of reducing costs, you're thinking of business networking, you're thinking of accessibility to other innovative people where you can come together and share ideas. This is a facility that you can leverage on and take your business to the next level. Welcome to LCCI BOI Innovation Hall. We have the co-working space, and that's you're looking for. You don't have the privilege to own your own office space. You can come here and take a seat and do your work. We also have private rooms. You need a private room for meeting engagements. You don't need to worry about your electricity bill or security. Everything is provided here. We have a boardroom as well. You have meeting engagements with your board and your executives. You have something here at the FCCI Innovation Hub. We have training rooms for seminars, for conferences, and we also have digital tech rooms, which has been provided by the KVP partners and the IHS towers. We have desktop, we have a 3D printer, we also have a business center, a laminating machine. So I can assure you this is a one-stop center for small businesses, not just small businesses. Even as an entrepreneur or your business owner, you're thinking of reducing costs, you're thinking of business networking, you're thinking of accessibility to other innovative people where you can come together and share ideas. This is a facility that you can leverage on and take your business to the next level. Welcome to LCCI BOI Innovation Hall. We have the co-working space, and that's you're looking for. You don't have the privilege to own your own office space. You can come here and take a seat and do your work. We also have private rooms. You need a private room for meeting engagements. You don't need to worry about your electricity bill or security. Everything is provided here. We have a boardroom as well. You have meeting engagements with your board and your executives. You have something here at the FCCI Innovation Hub. We have training rooms for seminars, for conferences, and we also have digital tech rooms, which has been provided by the KVP partners and the IHS towers. We have desktop, we have a 3D printer, we also have a business center, a laminating machine. So I can assure you this is a one-stop center for small businesses, not just small businesses. Even as an entrepreneur or your business owner, you're thinking of reducing costs, you're thinking of business networking, you're thinking of accessibility to other innovative people where you can come together and share ideas. This is a facility that you can leverage on and take your business to the next level. Welcome to LCCI BOI Innovation Hall.
A very good morning to you all, distinguished leaders, members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and my dear colleagues. A very good morning and welcome to this morning's Digital Infrastructure webinar, being driven by Galaxy Backbone Limited and the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for this webinar. I'm sure for some of us, this may be the first webinar for us for this year. If this is not the first webinar for you, I'll still say welcome. It's very, very great to have all of you on this call. Today's webinar is one that I believe would be of great benefit to the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry and to the entire business industry here in Nigeria. Today's event is very special because it brings together the nation's foremost business membership organization and also the nation's digital infrastructure provider, which is Galaxy Backbone. So once again, welcome, and I'll crave your indulgence that you give us about 2 minutes. I understand that some of us are still trying to log on, but I can assure you that in the next 2 minutes, we'll just do some housekeeping, and the next 2 minutes we'll kickstart this event. Very, very aware that a lot of us would have other things that we want to do today. So definitely want to make sure that we are right on time in terms of our schedule to ensure that we get on with this webinar and ensure that we have a rewarding experience together. So in the next 2 minutes, I'll come back and we'll kickstart today's webinar. Thank you very much. All right, once again, distinguished leaders, members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, my dear colleagues of Galaxy Backbone, very good morning to you and welcome to this morning's digital infrastructure webinar. The theme for today's webinar has been centered around enabling secure, scalable, and reliable digital infrastructure for Nigerian businesses. You would all recall that probably in the last 5 to 10 years, when you hear the term infrastructure, most times what comes to mind is roads, bridges. But today, that has changed. When you hear the term infrastructure, most times you think today of connectivity, cloud, data centers. These are the things that are reflective, especially in the industry that we find ourselves today. So we are very delighted to have distinguished members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry today. One of the oldest membership bodies this country has produced. And we're very, very glad and delighted at Galaxy Backbone that we are able to partner with the Chamber in bringing together this webinar. Before we proceed, I'd like to make some introductions. We've got some executives from both the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry here, and then we've also got some of our executives from Galaxy Backbone on this call today. I would like to crave your indulgence as I introduce some of the members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry who are here today. Once I'm done with that, I'll also introduce some of the leaders in Galaxy Backbone who are on this call today. I'd like to start by recognizing and introducing the President and Chairman of Council of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Engineer Le Kupolui. I'm sure he's somewhere on this call
thank
today.
you. I'm here with you. Thank you, Chidi.
All right. And
thank you very much.
I would also like to introduce the Deputy President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Prince Abimbola Olashore, FCA. I understand he's also the current president of the Nigeria British Chamber of Commerce. We've also got the Deputy President, Mr. Not Luzmoen, MFR. We've got Mrs. Olajumoke Fashanu. She's one of the Vice President of LCCI. We've got Sir Ladi Smith, also one of the Vice Presidents. We've got Otumba Akimbo Akinolugbade, one of the Vice Presidents as well. We've got Princess Fumilayo Okeowo, one of the Vice President of LCCI. We've got Engineer Opeyemi Aminu, one of the Vice Presidents. Mr. Kola Aderibigbe, one of the Vice Presidents as well. Mr. Gbenga Olabinwoninu, the Treasurer of LCCI. We've got Mr. Gbenga, we've got the Deputy Treasurer, Mrs. Aderonke Adeyegbe. And then we've also got the Director General of LCCI, Dr. Chinyere Alumona. You're all welcome, and we are very, very delighted to have you at this webinar today. Permit me to also make some introductions from Galaxy Backbone. I'd like to start, first of all, by introducing our Managing Director and Chief Executive, Professor Ibrahim A. Aderonju, who is very, very well represented by our Executive Director, Digital Exploration and Technical Services, Mr. Olumbe Akinkugbe. I would also like to introduce our Executive Director, Customer Centricity and Marketing, Honorable Olusegun Olulade.
Yeah, good morning.
Also on this call is our Head of Marketing and Business Intelligence, Ifatu Anofulu. She's also on this call, and she's played a significant role in driving this event. We've got, then I'd like to also introduce some of also the speakers for today. Adinle Adeoti. Adinle is our head of network infrastructure and support services. We've got Mr. Thomas Ogene Boomhe. He's our head of automation and integration. And we've also got our business manager representing our Lagos and Southwest region, Victor Imonire, all on this call. I think we should also have some of the other members of the GBB's management on this call. Once I'm able to get their names, I would recognize them. My name is Chidi Okpala. I lead media and corporate communications for Galaxy Backbone, and I'm very humbled to be your anchor for this morning's session. Thank you so much for the opportunity that you've given us in Galaxy Backbone to share this moment with you, to be able to share our story, to be able to share with you the work that we've done around driving digital infrastructure across Nigeria for about 20 years right now. So you'll be hearing a lot from most of our speakers. You'll be hearing from our executive directors. And it's also an opportunity for us to also listen to you. So I would like to crave your indulgence that you please note your questions, note your comments. We'll have a session at some point where we would go into having proper conversation around this webinar. So this webinar is not just going to be about talk, about people giving lectures or presentations, but it's also going to be a conversation, because we believe that we can grow more, we can become more when we have conversations amongst ourselves. So please, I'll say, if you're not able to ask a question, we would identify you by you raising your hands. Or if you're not able to do that, you can drop a message on the chat box. I have my team of colleagues here who will be taking note of your questions and your comments. I will make sure that we are able to bring them into this webinar. So without wasting so much time, I would like to immediately introduce our Executive Director, Digital Exploration and Technical Services, who would be making his opening remarks, and he'll be looking strategically around GBB's role in Nigeria's digital economy. Bear with me let me just share a bit about our Executive Director of Digital Exploration and Technical Services.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Chidi, I guess this is my cue. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. We hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chidi, for the introduction and setting the tone for today. I'm not sure if Chidi can hear me, though. Can you hear me, Chidi? Okay, can everybody else hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, sir, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, I think Chidi is the only one who can't. But once again, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Chidi, for the kind introduction. Thank you to the LCCI, to the chamber, and all the executives present. I bring you warm greetings from our MD, Professor Ibrahim Adeyanju, who is unavoidably absent, and he's asked me to represent him at this meeting. I must say, however, that we're proud of our affiliation with the chamber. I think we started to deepen our relationships from last year And we're hoping that this continuation of this relationship with this webinar that we're having the first of the year is an indication of our interest in deepening the relationship further, and of course, seeing how we can add value as an organization, not only to the chamber, but I guess vice versa. So I'm going to share the presentation that has been shared that was supposed to be shared by the MD. But of course, as Chidi had mentioned, we will definitely have an opportunity to respond to questions that may arise as a result of this presentation. But it's just generally to give you an introduction or a further introduction into Galaxy Backbone, our operations, and basically a high-level overview of what we do and how best we can situate that in adding value to the Chamber of Commerce. So I'll share my screen and I'm sorry, I'm not using my own system for some reasons. So I'm just getting some help here. Apologize. Sure. Yes. Yes, sure. Okay, thank you. So can you see my screen? Hello?
No, we can't. We
Not
can't
yet.
for now. Yeah. Okay.
No.
We can now.
Now you can. Okay, thank you. Okay, so
Oh, we're seeing an email.
okay, sorry, just bear with me.
Okay.
It's my screen. Oh.
It's not. It's not your screen.
I said it's my screen. Oh, are you sure? Okay.
No, it's not your screen.
It's not this. Okay, is it better? Can you see the screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen now, sir. You can go ahead.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And apologies for that slight hiccup. Okay, so I'll be looking at Galaxy Backbone's role in Nigeria's digital economy. And as I'd mentioned earlier, the whole idea is to basically speak to how this impacts businesses, which again is really the concern or the remit of the Chamber of Commerce. The agenda is quite brief. How do we build Nigeria's digital future together? How this impacts and concerns LCCI members? How do we basically ensure that the digital GDP for Nigeria is a conversation that we can start to speak more to between the chamber and what Galaxy is able to offer. Our partnership, and then, of course, a call to action. As we all know, Nigeria is fast becoming a digital-first economy, basically looking at the impact that digitalization is having over businesses, small and large. Every modern business now depends on connectivity, data, and digital platforms to compete, scale, and serve customers. And I think this is evident across all sectors of business, whether small or large, and in terms of even segments. I make bold to say that perhaps the financial services industry is where this is quite prevalent, but it then doesn't mean that other sectors of the economy are not making use of digitalization or digital platforms. It is true to say that today we live in a more connected world, and for that reason, there's exposure to larger markets when you take advantage of connectivity, data, and all digital platforms out there. So therein then lies an opportunity before us. Basically, how do we take advantage of digitalization to ensure that we are part of this digital economy, ensuring that we have trusted, resilient, locally hosted infrastructure, owned, secured, and sustained within Nigeria. Therefore, the question is simple. Where does your data live and who controls it? Again, Nigeria has been in the news, I would say probably in the last 3 to 5 years, basically because of the amount of capital that we're able to attract, specifically in the fintech space. I think as of last count, we have over 3 to 4 unicorns coming out of the Nigerian fintech space. A lot of this has been very well reported within the media. We look at companies like Paystack, Flutterwave, InterSwitch, and I'm not sure if MoneyPoint is in this group, but I think we all know and we've all heard these news, and it shows, the kind of industry that we're able to basically attract billions of dollars in investment and also create thousands of technology-driven jobs, which is important considering the employment opportunities and the employment figures that we have currently in Nigeria. So we have homegrown innovators in financial services. I've mentioned a few of them. E-commerce, Konga, Jumia come to mind. Education, logistics, and agriculture. And these innovations basically are beginning to transform how Nigerians live and work. From digital payments to online learning, smart logistics, it is becoming increasingly clear that technology is the backbone of business growth. A lot of people are beginning to look at things like artificial intelligence, which again speaks to infrastructure, which is one of the things that we're going to be speaking about today, because without the platform, which is the infrastructure, none of these platforms are going to be possible. Now, the foundation of every digital business has 4 essential pillars. High-speed broadband connectivity, because basically the business needs to be able to connect both from an external perspective and both internal. So customers are able to reach businesses quicker once they have broadband connectivity, which in another term, internet. Secure data centers. I mean, we had spoken about where does your data sit, because businesses, by the nature of their work, generate huge amounts of data depending on the segments in which they're in. And this data needs to reside somewhere, and this is where the data centers are coming. It gets a bit more sophisticated when we look at scalable cloud computing. And what that simply means is, rather than have physical infrastructure in terms of data centers, which are actual buildings, that sit in whatever geography, to expand that, what technology basically does is to push this into the cloud, which enables us to be able to access our data from anywhere, basically makes it more accessible, and also reduces cost in terms of infrastructure. Because if we were to build data centers, physical data centers, the requirements would be quite extensive. But with the advent of technology, which enables us to push some of this infrastructure into the cloud, there's less reliance on physical infrastructures. So you look at things like hybrid models, whereby not only do you have physical infrastructure, you also have cloud infrastructure. Depending on what your requirements are and depending on what your needs are, definitely it takes looking at how any of these approaches suits basically the business that you're running. And of course, all of this needs to have strong cybersecurity and resilience, because having all these, whether it's in the cloud or physical infrastructure, requires strong cybersecurity, because increasingly the world is beginning to see all manners of threats, because the global nature of digital infrastructure means that you're basically eliminating borders to do business, which then, of course, comes with its own complexities and challenges when it comes to securing your data and your infrastructure. Now, if we look at the way the world is changing, specifically when you look at things like data sovereignty, and thankfully, Nigeria, under the leadership of our president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, recently signed the Nigeria Data Protection Act into law, which then means that data will then begin to be categorized as to what data can you put on the cloud, which means does not sit within the country, or data that cannot leave the country and will be situated locally. So what that means is that we're beginning to have to look at how we manage our data and what we've done in the past vis-a-vis what we are able to do. So what local data hosting does is ensures data sovereignty and regulatory compliance, faster service performance, because if your data is local, connectivity is then not so much of an issue. Even if it will be, it's not the same as hosting data outside of the country, which means if I'm trying to send some information or share information between myself and the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for example, if services or some of the services that we're providing are hosted outside the country, it means I'm pretty much going outside of the country to come back inside to be able to share that same data, which we can actually do locally. The statistics speak for themselves. Africa's data center market is projected to exceed $5 billion by 2026, especially when we begin to look at things like the expansion of the fintech space, artificial intelligence, and of course, digital governance. So it means that there's going to be stronger national digital independence when we begin to look at how we host our data locally. Basically, countries that host their data locally control their digital destiny, which is how we look at it at Galaxy Backbone. Of course, what happens today, I think, affects pretty much anybody who is in business, because what we find is a lot of Nigerian businesses still host their data and applications outside the country. Now, this creates continuous foreign exchange exposure, which I'm sure nobody really wants. That, of course, leads to higher operational costs, increased latency and downtime, which I had mentioned earlier, limited control over Nigeria's sensitive data, and of course, capital flight from Nigeria's economy, which is, I'm sure, one of the things that the Chamber of Commerce is concerned with, because the whole idea is if we're trying to increase local GDP, we're trying to increase the national digital economy, then the whole idea is ensuring that we reduce the amount that is exposed to capital flight from Nigeria's economy. And of course, we're able to try and keep what we can locally. Of course, the foreign exchange exposure is something that, if there's a way that that can be reduced, of course, that's a greater advantage, which then enables the businesses to be able to move capital from just foreign exchange exposure to other parts of the business which require it. Now, Galaxy Backbone is Nigeria's digital infrastructure partner. And a few people who've probably heard me have an opportunity to do a presentation know that I always say that Galaxy Backbone is perhaps one of Nigeria's best kept secrets. Galaxy Backbone is the federal government's digital infrastructure and service provider under the Ministry of Communications, Innovation, and Digital Economy. We're a limited liability company owned by the federal government, but we're also governed by the Company as an Allied Matters Act. So it provides some level of flexibility in the way that we're able to do business with the private sector. We deliver national scale infrastructure that powers governments and provide enterprise services. So today, our footprint includes about 5,000 kilometers of a fiber network connecting almost 30 states of the FCT. So a quick sort of description of this is to look at it as the National Fiber Infrastructure Highway. So something that can be compared to your Trunk A roads is what we refer to as national broadband backbone connectivity. And of course, we have our government-grade digital platforms and shared services, which includes our SOC, our Security Operations Center, our data centers, both in Kano and Abuja, Tier 4 and Tier 3. And it is basically our existence is to provide trusted infrastructure that enables Nigeria's digital transformation. Now, I've spoken to the issues that digitalization, especially on a global scale, basically exposes infrastructure to what we refer to as web attacks. What we have in Galaxy is a security operations center that provides real-time threat monitoring, early detection and neutralization of cyber attacks, national level information assurance, and a secure hosting environment which is closely aligned with data protection regulations. So we help organizations protect data, preserve trust, and ensure business continuity. What does this mean for LCCI members? Because really, that's what we're here today to speak to and to see how we can better work with members of the chamber. The first thing is, of course, as previously mentioned, we are able to lower your ICT and hosting costs because, of course, we're offering payment in Naira and no FX volatility. We're offering faster local connectivity, taking into advantage our fiber infrastructure and the local nature of our data center services and infrastructure. So we're able to offer faster local connectivity and better performance, secure and compliant data hosting, which in my previous slide, I'd basically given you an overview of our Security Operations Center, which I dare say is probably one of the best in class in the country today. Scalable cloud services without heavy capital investment. So our cloud, not only is it local, it's scalable, which means the size of what you require, we can grow with your requirements. So you're not going into a full-blown investment that is beyond what your current requirements need. And of course, we keep technology spending within Nigeria. We're able to create high-value digital jobs because, again, jobs, I think is what we're all trying to achieve, not only as businesses, but as a government, because of the current unemployment rates within the country. And of course, we're keen on assisting the chamber and of course the country to grow local innovation ecosystems. So the more people have access to local platforms, local solutions, we're able to see innovation explode, because when we look at what we've been able to achieve, not only within the fintech space, the agri-tech tech space, and e-commerce, the more that we begin to provide local world-class infrastructure for businesses, then they are able to innovate even better. And of course, strengthening Nigeria's position as a West African digital hub. I believe strongly that with an organization like Galaxy building resilient and strong digital infrastructure, and the more people that are aware of this and take advantage of it, not only is this going to benefit citizens first, but of course, it will also impact on businesses. So, what are we offering as partnership opportunities with the Chamber? We hope that we're able to get more LCCI members to come and host their enterprise applications on our Galaxy Backbone data centers. We're also happy to collaborate and co-create trusted digital commerce and innovation. What we're able to do is provide sandbox environments for whoever currently provides solutions for your members' businesses. And we are happy to have conversations that enable us to actually co-create some of these solutions, and we can try them out and pilot them in a sandbox environment within our infrastructure. Also, we're offering local cloud solutions, local cloud platforms. Among some of them would be, perhaps you may have heard of our One Government Cloud, which is our enterprise content management solution. This is not just built for government, but also for private sector. What we do with our enterprise content management solution is basically digitalizing businesses, therefore increasing workflow productivity. Of course, taking care of our data through our national cyber infrastructure, through our security operations center. And we hope that this is a partnership that can build stronger businesses and a stronger digital economy. So the call to action is, we're hoping that this conversation of today will enable us start to look at how we can chart a way forward, and that includes moving your data and applications to a trusted Nigerian infrastructure. I would like to use this opportunity to invite members of the chamber who haven't had the opportunity to visit, to do a physical visit to our offices and see what we have here. Of course, the whole idea is to reduce your cost and foreign exchange exposure. I don't think we can speak about this enough, because resources are scarce as it is already, without having to, with the added pain of having to spend hard-earned forex on where you can actually channel your resources to other business needs. Of course, protect your business data and reputation, and participate directly in the in building Nigeria's digital economy. Galaxy Backbone is ready. Our infrastructure is here. As I said earlier, we're one of Nigeria's best kept secrets. I don't believe that we've made enough noise about the infrastructure we have. And trust me, when you do come and have a look at what we have, you will certainly be blown away. So I would like to enjoin you to join us, and let's build Nigeria's digital future together, starting today. Thank you very much for listening. And as Chidi had mentioned earlier, I don't know what format is going to take, but we will be more than happy to take your questions and be able to proffer some answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my Executive Director, Digital Exploration and Technical Services, Mr. Olumbe Akinkugbe. I'm sure distinguished leaders of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I'm sure you would have enjoyed that presentation by our ED. He explored the Nigerian digital economy and the huge potential that Nigeria has to offer. This immediately just reminds me of a conversation I had with an uncle of mine who's based somewhere in the US and investment banking just yesterday, and he talked extensively about the potential and possibilities of Nigeria. But one of the things that the ED also touched, which is very, very important, is the huge importance of infrastructure, having that digital infrastructure that powers the digital future that we hope to have for our dear nation, Nigeria. And then when you look at it and you think of the collaboration between GBB and LCCI, you would begin to see that digital infrastructure, it's no longer really a conversation for just the government, but then now it's a core business conversation, just like the ED has highlighted. And the beauty of this is that partnerships is one thing that we know would be very, very fundamental in driving Nigeria's digital future together. And that is why we are here, and that is why we're having this engagement with the LCCI today. And with that said, because we are trying to be very mindful of time, I would like to immediately call on the president and chamber, the president and chairman of council for the Lagos Chamber of Commerce, Engineer Leye Kupolui, for his remarks on digital enablement for businesses and value for collaboration. Sir, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Shidi. Thank you. I think although we are on the cloud, as you said, but I think we are at home. I don't think we are home. Oh yeah, at LCCI. Therefore, we just fully welcome you because it's nice to see you, Shidi, and the best way you have handled it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
The MD of Galaxy Backbone, that's sorry, just a moment. That's our Professor Ibrahim Adeyanju, ably represented by the ED Technical, Mr. Akikube, who has already set the ball rolling. And all my colleagues that are on call here, without wasting your time, I know technical people, time is very important. It is both a honor and to address this extreme gathering today at the Galaxy Backbone and Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry joint webinar on enabling secure, scalable, and reliable digital infrastructure for Nigerian businesses. Speaking to the digital enablement for businesses and the value of collaboration, which is central to the growth of competitiveness, is to our enterprises is very crucial at this moment. In the world that is increasingly defined by technology, digital enablement is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity. It is the level that determines which businesses thrive or risk obsolescence. For Nigerian businesses, digital enablement is the key to accessing global markets, optimizing operation, enhancing customer experience, and driving sustainable growth. Digital tools from cloud computing and AI-driven analysis to mobile payment system and integrated supply chain platform enable companies to operate with precedent efficiency and agility. Business can embrace digitalization and not just keeping up with global trends. They are redefining their value proposition, reducing operation bottleneck, and unlocking the new revenue stream. With digital tools, which are very transformative, their true potential is realized only through collaboration. Businesses, government agencies, technology providers, and financial institutions must work in synergy to build an ecosystem that is not only digitally capable, but resilient and inclusive. Collaboration multiplies the value of digital infrastructure. It allows businesses to share insight, co-develop solutions, pool resources to overcome barriers that will otherwise be insurmountable. For instance, partnership between tech companies and financial institutions has enabled innovative payment solutions that have brought millions of the unbanked Nigeria into the formal economy. Similarly, collaboration among logistic providers, manufacturers, and digital platforms have optimized supply chain in a way that was impossible just a decade ago. For Nigerian businesses, collaboration is also about building trust, standardizing process, and creating interoperable system. When companies work together, they not only reduce redundancy and cost, but they also create a network in which the growth of one business fuels the others. This ecosystem-driven approach is critical to scaling digital adoption nationally and ensuring that Nigerian enterprises are competitive in the global stage. Business can take concrete steps to embrace digital embellishment and collaboration via assessment and prioritizing digital needs, focusing on initiatives that deliver immediate impact and investing in a scalable infrastructure, such as the cloud platform and secure data system. More importantly, develop talent through continuous upkeeping, upscaling, and the knowledge sharing, and engage in strategic partnership to co-create solutions and expand market reach. Finally, prioritizing cybersecurity to protect data reputation and trust. Following this step, ensure business thrive individually and collectively to contribute to digitally empowered economy. In a nutshell, we advocate for more investment to expand our broadband network to support the aspiration of reaching 1 trillion economy by 2030. Digital infrastructure is critical to this goal. The administration reform agenda and ambition is to empower the youth. As we continue to build a secure, scalable, and reliable digital infrastructure, let us do so with shared vision. A Nigeria where business, big or small, operate efficiently, compete globally, and contribute meaningfully to national prosperity. Let us turn digital enablement into inclusive revolution and collaboration into a force multiplier for our growth. I'm confident that through our combined effort, supported by strategic partnership with institutions like Galaxy Backbone Limited, Nigerian businesses will not only survive the digital era, but also thrive and lead. Thank you, and I look forward for a very engaging discussion. Yes, truly this was supposed to account before, but it's just for you to know our mind and the way we think in the chamber. You are welcome. We'll be deepening our relationship with you The last 1 year, as the ED have said, we have had a relationship for nearly 8 years, but not at this stage. And I think we can deepen it further. And I can assure you, some of our members have seen the reason why we need to host many of our things locally. The company that I represented have done that since last year, and we have seen the benefit, which I think we will share with our colleagues. Thank you, Galaxy Backbone, for making this one possible, and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sir Engineer Leye Kupolui, the President and Chairman of Council at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much, sir, for your excellent presentation. You talked extensively about collaboration, investment, the opportunities that are available in our country. You know, you talked about also the relationship that has been existing between Galaxy Backbone and LCCI for quite some time, and it's maturing now, and it's something that we are very excited that we have gotten to this particular stage in our relationship with LCCI, and we're very confident that what we are driving today will begin to yield a lot of fruits for the chamber, for Galaxy Backbone, and for the greater good of our country as well. Thank you so much, sir, for that presentation. It was very enlightening. We would like to immediately go on to our next presentation, but before that, we would like to play a short video of Galaxy Backbone, something that just speaks to some of the things that our Executive Director, Digital Exploration and Technical Services had highlighted during his presentation, so that you can, in video, just see some of the things that we have done and, some of the potential of our infrastructure. Just give me a few seconds and I'll just pull up the video.
From the north to the south, across valleys, rivers, and rising skylines, one name quietly powers it all. At the heart of Nigeria's digital transformation lies a network, secure, intelligent, and built for resilience. Driven by brilliant minds and bold ideas, we connect governments, empower agencies, and enable service delivery. Every day we build, every night we evolve, because Nigeria's future is digital, and the future is now. Galaxy Backbone, empowering Nigeria's digital present and shaping its digital future.
All right, thank you very much. I'm sure the video resonated with a number of us on this call today. We would, as time goes on during this session, we would also bring in one or two more of our videos so that you see some of the things that we do here at Galaxy Backbone. I would like to, at this point, introduce our next speaker for this webinar. He is someone that is a very endearing person for us here at Galaxy Backbone. He's our Executive Director, Customer Centricity and Marketing here at Galaxy Backbone. Honorable Olusegun Ololade. Honorable Olusegun Ololade is Executive Director, Customer Centricity and Marketing here at Galaxy Backbone. He's someone who is very passionate, very passionate about putting the customer first. He's very passionate about celebrating people. He's very passionate basically about people, and he's brought in a certain level of energy into Galaxy Backbone that a number of us are very, very, very excited about that. And you'll hear it in his tone as he takes on the stage now to share his own presentation. He's someone who has been a two-term former member of the Lagos State Parliament. He's popularly known as Elenio, and the reason is not far-fetched. Is someone who is very passionate about philanthropy, helping people, helping organizations, helping to support professionals to reach their fullest potential. And he's done this for years. And as a professional, as someone within the Lagos Parliament. And he's also a certified fellow or an honorary citizen of Georgia in the United States. He's a mentor and expert in strategic planning, and someone very, very deeply committed to youth empowerment and human capital development across industries. He drives the Galaxy Backbone business, and because of that, in the last 2 years, we've seen a whole lot of record achievements for Galaxy Backbone, and he's someone who Galaxy Backbone is very proud of to have in our midst today. Ladies and gentlemen, please to share Galaxy Backbone overview and share a value proposition to the Lagos Chamber of Commerce, please permit me to welcome our Executive Director, Customer Centricity and Marketing, Honorable Olusegun Olulade. Sir, over to you, sir.
Well, thank you very, very much, Chidi. Thanks for the introduction. I must say that I'm highly well. Thank you, Chidi. First of all, let me say that Mr. President, SCCI, Ejinale Yakupolu, you are highly recognized, and we appreciate your presence here today. And also our esteemed audience across the country, especially from SCCI, and also our beloved colleagues here in Galaxy Backbone. Once again, good morning, and it's going to be a great day today. We're going to have a lot of information that I believe will be of great impact to all of us. I hope you all have my shared documents. Sorry, 1 minute. My name remains Honorable Olusegun Olulade. I'm the Executive Director, Customer Centricity and Marketing. Today, I'll be speaking on our value proposition to the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and also to our dear audience that are joining us across the country. My first content will be who we are, our GBB story. When we say GBB, we mean Galaxy Backbone, our services, and our customers. Who we are. We are the Nigerian digital potential is immense, but realizing it requires a robust and reliable digital infrastructure. And we also know that we live in a world where connectivity is no longer a luxury, but a necessity, just like the Mr. President of the SCCI I just mentioned, driving economic growth, social inclusion, and national security. We are committed to vision for a digital Nigeria that demand a partner capable of delivering on these promises. And when we talk about that partner in this particular webinar, we're talking about the SCCI. And we believe that with Engineer Popoli and his team, we are confident that we're going to be doing a great work together. The backbone for digital transformation and digital economy as in Galaxy Backbone, what are the things that make us different or that put us on that platform as an enabler? One is the fact that we are over 5,000 backbone fibers that is cut across 30 states and state counting. And we also have over 1,000 metro fibers within here in Abuja. We have our two powerful data centers, one in Abuja, the other one in Kano. The Abuja is a tier 3 data center, while that of Kano is tier 4 data center. We are currently having over 140 MDAs that we are hosting, and we are in partnership with over 64 businesses who are using our platform. Sorry, I'm not seeing the screen.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just showing you your pictures.
They're showing.
Yeah. Your video is on. It's you, darling.
Sorry. Okay, maybe I have to go back and we start all over again. Now, I believe everybody can now see my screen now. Hello?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Okay,
I can see your
okay.
screen now.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very, very much. So who we have? First of all, let me now start all over again. When we talk about Galaxy Backbone, we are connected digital Nigeria, where a Nigerian digital potential, Nigerian digital potential is immense, but realizing it requires a robust and reliable digital infrastructure. We live in a world where connectivity is no longer a luxury, but a necessity, driving economic growth, social inclusion, and national security. I'm still going to dive into all those later. The vision for a digital Nigeria demands a partner capable of delivering on these promises. And we believe that this partner is SCCI in Lagos. Like I said earlier, we have over 5,000 kilometers of fiber cut across almost 30 states and still counting. And we have our metro line or metro fiber in over 1,000 of it in Abuja here. Like I said earlier, we have two data centers, one in Abuja, which is a tier 3 data center, and the other one is in Kano, which is a tier 4 data center. And the 2 data centers are certified data center. And I must also inform
No, not yet.
sorry for the interruption. Like I said, we have 2 data centers in Nigeria. One is in Kano, one is in Abuja here. We are currently hosting over 140 MDAs, and we're having over 64 businesses in that is doing businesses with us here. We have we're also hosting 33 MDAs websites, and also over 100,000 email users are on our platforms. Like I said, we are in 30 states and 54 cities across the country. And we have over 368 MDAs and enterprise users. And we also have our campus network that is over 70 of them currently. When we talk about our data centers, the backbone data centers, we have a tier 3 data center here. And like I said, we also have tier 4 data center, who is a certified tier 4 data center and the largest in the entire Africa. I would like to speak to this. It is important that when the MD, ably represented by Honorable Lumbe, who is our executive director technical, was speaking, he spoke about the data sovereignty. The data sovereignty is something that we must not joke with. All over the world, everybody's protecting their data now. And I want to speak to the SCCI that it's important that you ensure that your data is localized. Galaxy Backbone is owned by every Nigeria taxpayers. We are government-owned ICT company, and as such, we have that responsibility to ensure that every Nigerian is protected. And your data is going to be more secured with us than any other organizations that you might be dealing with in the past. Because all over the world, everybody's talking about data sovereignty now. It's possible for somebody to make use of your data. Also, when we are talking about all sorts of insecurity across the globe now, anybody can just pick up your data wherever in their country because their own data, especially in some advanced country, which I just want to mention their names, your data can be used for any purposes. But with us, we are Nigerians. This is proudly Nigeria. And Mr. President Ashwad Bola Ahmed Tinubu is propagating this CFR, is propagating the idea of Nigerian first. So it is important that all our partners, I believe, in SCCI to start thinking about protecting their data and ensuring that we all have our people here, our data here in Nigeria. And every other thing that you want to talk about, it is your company because you are a taxpayer and it is your company. Let's grow it all together. By the time you visit our facility or infrastructure here, you will agree with us that everyone working within here as Galaxy Backbone, you will see that we are all Nigerians. And that shows you that it is more secure, especially even our data center and our cyber security and every other area of digital transformation that we are talking about. This slide is talking about who we are. Like I said earlier, we're a government-owned ICT provider for both the public sector and the private sector. Our mission is to connect Nigeria. Our mission is to empower citizens of this great country. Our mission is to drive development. When we talk about our mandate, but this year we will be clinching 20 years that we have been operating. 20 years, when we started in 2007, it was an ICT procurement and connectivity mandate that we got. By 2011, we now have our data centers and full ICT services as a mandate from the government. Today, by 2020, we now have been classified as a preferred federal ICT partner. Now, this slide is talking about our services, tailored solutions to whatever digital inclusion that you might be requesting for. When we talk about connectivity solutions, we talk about our fiber optic broadband, dedicated internet assets. We have a VSAT solution, though facing away, but at least in some areas, because we are also dealing with areas that are not being covered as what would I call that? Or serve community, yeah. So these are areas that our connectivities are also getting reached to. Our data center services, we have co-locations. You can bring out your data to us to co-locate. We have cloud hosting. We have disaster recovery. I always say that why going abroad when you can have all these services provided for you here in Nigeria? We have managed services like network management, our cybersecurity, our IT support. When we talk about cybersecurity, rest assured that there are so many things that we do for this country that a lot of Nigerians are not even aware of. And I also want to encourage the leadership of SSI led by Engineer Leye Ikupolui to please find time to come and visit us and see our infrastructure. We have our e-government and enterprise solutions also, which is a platform for government service delivery, which ED Technical also spoke about earlier, that we can also service the private sector also. We have the citizen engagement and data management. We are also providing services in consulting and learning services as the case might be. Yes, we have about 5 pillars on our unique value proposition that it is to your own advantage. One is our unparalleled reach. We are the Nigerian most extensive fiber optic network nationwide, being covered in like I said earlier, in about 30 states and still counting. We are the African largest public-owned data center as far as this continent is concerned. Also, when we talk about our unwavering reliability, we are resilient, redundant infrastructure with a 24/7 man network operating center, ensured consistent uptime. With us, you can be assured of our 24/7 consistent uptime in our platform. Also, uncompromising security. Yes, we have certificates on, we have ISO 27001, we have ISO 20000 certified since 2017. We have a secure data with robust infrastructure and top-tier cyber protection. This certification also ensure, that give you that leverage, that belief, that assurance that we are a secure data. Your data is secure with us, and every solution that we are providing for you, for your organization, is secured. We also have a government backing and trust. If we are being backed by government, you should understand that we are guaranteeing long-term stability and trust, because government goes, government come, and Galaxy Bank will retain. And that is one thing that every Nigerian businesses should be proud of. Our cost effectiveness. ED Technical also spoke about capital flight earlier. We have a competitive pricing and tailored solution to suit diverse needs and budgets. So instead of going abroad, like I said earlier, why going abroad where you can get all these services here in Nigeria? Yes, when we talk about Galaxy Backbone, we talk about people. We talk about our expertise that you can trust. In the area of our cumulative years of experience is over 2,500 plus in the area of finance, business development, IT services, engineering, cloud and cybersecurity, project management, service architecture, training and capacity development, consulting, and so on and so forth. Well, we have our customers, and we are proud of them. We have customers in the banking industry. We have customers in the public sector, in the security sector, Nigeria Army, Nigerian Defense. Mention in every area you want to think about, even in the oil industry, we are here to serve you. Once again, I want to thank you all for listening. And we believe that this is a journey that we are starting, and together we will achieve great work together. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Executive Director, Customer Centricity and Marketing, Honorable Olusegun Olulade. Thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Our ED stressed a lot on the strength of GBB's digital infrastructure. This is an area where we have played in for a very long time. And just like the ED said, Galaxy Backbone will be 20 this year, 2026. And what it says to you is that this is an organization that has been tried, tested, and we are ready to serve businesses across Nigeria. He stressed also a lot about data sovereignty. Data sovereignty is something that Galaxy Backbone that we're very, very passionate about because of the huge importance of data. I spoke at the beginning about the fact that data is one of the things that is regarded as infrastructure today within the global space that we find ourselves in. So this is something that Galaxy Backbone, that's why we've invested in these infrastructures that he's mentioned. ED Technical also mentioned it during his presentation as well. This infrastructure, we've invested in that, we've invested in security, we've invested in people. The bulk of most of the people who work here in Galaxy Backbone are products of private sector organizations, global organizations that have come here to Galaxy Backbone to serve the nation and to also provide services across the government and also businesses in Nigeria. So once again, thank you so much for your presentation. I would immediately like to invite my colleague Adenle Adeoti, who is our head network infrastructure and support services. Adenle has spent over 25 years within the ICT space. He's one of those who have been in Galaxy Backbone for a very, very long time, built the infrastructure, supported the network, and he's driven most of the successes that Galaxy Backbone has recorded in recent years. He would take a deep dive for the next 10 to 15 minutes on cloud, internet connectivity, hosting and data center solutions, and how you'd see how this can create some value for your own business. So permit me to welcome our head of network infrastructure and support services, Adenle Adeoti. Adenle, over to you.
Thank you, Chidi. Good afternoon, our esteemed guests from LCCI. I would not waste a lot of time because I think my executive directors have trashed a lot of questions that may have been asked about Galaxy. So my presentation will be more on the technology aspect of Galaxy. So permit me to share my presentation quickly. Okay. As my EDs have explained, Galaxy Backbone provide internet connectivity services, cloud services, hosting, and data center solutions to our esteemed customers, mostly government agencies, but we also support private organizations and banks as well. So our facility is capable of handling any kind of requirements that any modern day businesses will require. So this is a quick overview of the presentation. I'll be talking about our shared services center in Abuja, which hosts our tier 3 data center, and then the Kano office that hosts the tier 4 data center, a bit about our fiber backbone, and our access network, that's the base stations and the metro sites. Then a quick overview of our credentials, as well as people and customer service excellence. So for internet connectivity, cloud hosting, and data center solutions, Galaxy, like we said earlier, is a government-owned ICT service provider dedicated to advancing Nigeria's digital transformation. So our facility consists of fiber optic networks that spread around the country, the base stations, that's what we refer to as the node Bs, and then the state-of-the-art data centers. A wide range of services are delivered over this infrastructure, and we've designed them so that they can meet almost any need that a business needs will require out of the box. But we are also positioned to provide customized solutions for any organization across the nation. Our Tier 3 data center is located in Abuja. It was completed in 2016, and it achieved Tier 3 certification of design documents in 2017. It also later in 2024 achieved the Tier 3 certification for constructed facility. This means not only was the data center designed as a Tier 3, it was also implemented and built as such. This certification was a very rigorous certification where the certification body came in to look at everything that we have in place and test them. The requirement for a Tier 3 data center requires an uptime of 99.987 availability, which means you have less than 40 minutes of outage in a year. This outage is not for service downtime, but actually for maintenance. So you have almost zero downtime throughout the year. And the facility hosts our cloud infrastructure where you can co-locate or build your own services directly into what we call virtual data centers. We have over 18,000 virtual CPU cores. CPUs are the computing engine for the servers. The petabyte storage is the additional storage that is added to these virtual servers that holds the information that the businesses use. The memory, a computer works with memory, so it requires some processing capabilities and requires memories for that. So that's 35 petabyte. That's hundreds of thousands of megabits capacity. We have over 128 racks actually in the data center that any business that feels they want to bring in their own physical server, they can also do that. But we encourage customers to go onto our cloud because it's locally hosted, like we've said, for data sovereignty's sake. And you don't incur the overhead of hardware refresh every 3 to 4 years when the OEMs of these hardwares will tell you it's no longer supported. We have long support warranties on our cloud infrastructure. At current capacity utilization of data center, we are at 0.8 or approximately 1 megawatt power, but this is expandable to up to 3 megawatts at full capacity. We still have a lot of redundant capacity in this data center. So I'll go on to the Kano data center. The Kano data center is a Tier 4 data center. It has higher availability capability, higher than 99.987. It's close to 49, 99.99. This data center was completed in 2022 and got its certification for design documents in 2022. It also attained the constructed facility certification in 2024. As you may know, this is the only data center sub-Saharan that has this level of certification. We are still the only one in Nigeria with this certification after almost 2 years. So there is only one other Tier 4 data center that is completed in Nigeria, and it doesn't have the certification yet. So this data center, we use it as disaster recovery for businesses that are in Abuja or hosting Abuja. We also have some businesses hosting Kano. We can also do disaster recovery for them in our Abuja facility. So the data centers are seamlessly connected. The data center currently has over 11,000 virtual CPUs, 1 petabyte of storage, 25 terabytes of memory, and 72 racks. It's also expandable, like we have that of the Abuja data center. It's a modular data center. And as you know, investments we put in as demand grows. It's not a very good investment to build out a facility that is not going to be used almost immediately, because you incur power and cooling costs to maintain them. So I'll go on now to our fiber backbone. This is a diagrammatic representation of the fiber network across the country. As you can see, we projected the fiber to reach all parts of the country. As we continue to build, we'll cover the remaining 6 states that are yet to be covered. And also, our objective is not just for commercial purpose, we also try to reach underserved areas. That's why our spread is wider than most other telco companies in Nigeria. We have over 5,000 kilometers of fiber with 54 backbone sites and growing. The fiber network is capable of up to 100 gigabits of data transfer speed, which means when you have your services within our data centers, we can replicate at that rate between your servers. So I'll move on to the next one. This shows our Metro or 4G LTE services across the country. These are fixed mobile networks. They are not like the GSM phones, but they are designed to serve small offices and branch offices or temporary offices where you may need to quickly gather data and send to a central location in real time. So we have over 155 of these base stations spread around the country. So moving on to the next slide. So to talk about some of our certifications, we mentioned that we have information security system certification, and this has been obtained since 2012. The ISO 2000 certification, which is for service management standards, that was obtained since 2017. We also have the payment card industry data security standard certification, PCI DSS. This is what allows us to be able to host applications for financial institutions, both banks and insurance companies. We also achieved the integrated management system certification, which consists of the quality management and business continuity. Quality management is commonly known as the ISO 9001 certification. So we have it in combined form to ensure harmony between all these certifications. And like I said earlier, we've had our Tier 3 and Tier 4 certification for uptime from Uptime Institute for our data center since 2017. So we're looking at all the standards we're certified to, you will see that we are able to provide excellent services to our customers because our processes are documented, matured, and well tracked, and we have to go through certification annually for this. All these certifications I listed earlier. So for the regional offices, regions, we have, for instance, Southwest Operations that oversees the Southwest office. We also have other regional offices in the Northeast and Southeast, and as you know, Kano as well. So we have documented service level commitments that is clear, measurable, that we work with our customers to develop in each case for the services they are taking from us. We also have proactive service management, where we monitor our services from our NOC and our SOC and take actions to mitigate any form of degradation, quality of service issues, or security concern. And then we provide comprehensive end-to-end support after sales. We work with our customers to resolve problems. We don't push back first. We understand what their issues are. It usually is an opportunity to grow the relationship and the business. So this ends my quick presentation. I don't know if there is any questions. So we'll be answering that. I will hand over back to Chidi now. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Adenle. Thank you so much for that presentation, taking us through Galaxy Backbone's cloud internet connectivity and hosting and data center solutions. Adenle talked a lot about the Galaxy Backbone infrastructure and what we have that is available, not just in Abuja or Lagos, but across almost 30 states of the Federation today. He stressed also about the certifications of Galaxy Backbone, which also stands us out as an IT organization within the industry. And we take these certifications very seriously because of the impact and how important we know it is to organizations here in Nigeria that are not just doing businesses in Nigeria, but they're doing businesses across Africa, and most of them are also doing businesses globally. These international certifications differentiate us within the market and makes us ever ready to protect your data, to serve you, and to also create those possibilities that you also want to create for your own customers. At this point, I would like to also please remind us that immediately after the next presentation, which is going to be the last one for today, we would have our session together where we would encourage everyone to please share your thoughts around all the presentations that you've heard from our ED, Digital Exploration and Technical Services, the presentation from our Executive Director, Customer Centricity and Marketing, the presentation from Adenle Adeoti, and then also the presentation you just hear in a minute from our Head of Automation and Integration, Mr. Tom Ogene-Boomhair. If you have questions, if you have comments, please put them in the chat box. We'll take them from there. If you're not able to speak during the session that we would have amongst ourselves. Just for a minute or two, I'll crave your indulgence. We would just like to play one or two of our videos. One of them speaks to Galaxy Backbone as an organization that is very particular about business continuity. That is why we built these multiple infrastructures, so that we can ensure that 24/7, 7 days a week, we are able, year in, year out, we are able to provide these services from different areas, and so that none of our customers can ever think of going down at any point in time. The other video you would also see right now and also speak to our strength in the enterprise content management space, which shows some of the work that we are doing in government, and we believe we can also bring it to the business, to the LCCI business community. So we'll have the video now just for a minute or a minute and a half, and then we'll take on Tom's presentation.
In the digital age, seamless communication among government agencies is crucial for efficient governance.
Introducing the inter-MDA features on the One Government Cloud solution, hosted by Galaxy Backbone.
A secure SaaS solution designed to streamline inter-MDA communication through inter-MDA forms, file sharing on GovDrive and GovInmail.
One GovCloud's inter-MDA form features simplifies the submission and tracking of requests between agencies. With just a few clicks, agencies can submit and monitor their requests effortlessly.
GovDrive, your secure cloud storage solution within One GovCloud, offers seamless file sharing capabilities. Easily back up, upload, and share documents securely within your MDA or with other MDAs.
GovInmail, an exclusive intergovernment email service, ensures confidential communication within the government network. With GovInmail, users can send mails and file attachments securely, enhancing collaborations across MDAs.
One GovCloud on Galaxy Backbone, connecting government agencies through secure inter-MDA communication. Experience seamless collaboration and enhanced efficiency today.
The digital economy has brought people, processes, and platforms under one unique experience. Digital infrastructure businesses like ours support organizations round the clock. And all through the year, our fully operational multiple data centers ensure efficient backup and disaster recovery. The latest investment in the Tier 4 data center has elevated the prospects to serve more public and private enterprise in transforming their organizations. We are committed to enabling smart digital solutions for the benefits of our growing customers and stakeholders. Thinking of the consistent survival of your business? Think GBB.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that video with the LCCI community. At this point, I would like to welcome for some live demonstrations and business use case scenarios. He's going to be doing a presentation on the GBB email service, how it works, and the value. This email service is homegrown. One of the things that we're very proud of here in Galaxy Backbone because of the value that we know that is bringing to the organizations that we are providing it to. So please join me in welcoming our head automation and integration, Mr. Thomas Ogenebome, for his time. Tom will be sharing with us for 5 to 10 minutes. After that, we'll go in straight to our interactive sessions. Thank you. Tom, please take it on.
All right. Thank you, Chidi. Good morning or afternoon, everyone. Like Chidi has already introduced, I'll be share with you briefly our GBB mail service. So before I go into the live demonstration, I would like to quickly talk about the GBB mail service. As Chidi mentioned, and as you must have heard, the GBB mail service, it's an email solution that was developed locally by GBB engineers. And the implication is that we are not dependent or reliant on any offshore email service. And that alone brings a lot of benefits, including data sovereignty, including prevention of capital flights, because if you look at the cost of enterprise email from our competitions like Microsoft, Zoho, Gmail, and all that, if you compare it to the cost of the GBB mail, you realize that it's almost a fraction, because Forex is not involved, as it were. And I also talked about data sovereignty. So our email service, for regulatory and compliance purpose, all the data sits within our data centers. Then another key value of our email service is high availability and disaster recovery services, because the email is it's primarily hosted in our Abuja data center. Then it's replicated real time to our Kano data center. So at every time user data is secured, it's always available. Then another use case is enhanced email security. We have real-time email threat monitoring and response, which is also tightly incorporated with our Security Operations Center. My executive directors and Mr. Dinley, they spoke extensively about our infrastructure, so I will not want to bore us with all that. So having said that, I would like to quickly go into a brief demonstration. All right. So first and foremost, the email service is a multi-tenant email environment where tenants, domains, organizations are co-located, but data is separated. There is no data leakage from one tenant to another. So what I mean is, if let's say you have an organization, abc.ng, hosting email service on the GBB mail, and you have another tenant, xyz.ng hosting, though they are hosted within the same infrastructure, but they are logically separated such that no one is able to see the other person's data. The idea for the co-location is to ensure that the same expertise and resources is deployed in uniformly managing those email services. Now, having said that, before I go to the client side, this is the admin side of things. Here, our email administrators and engineers, this is where they handle provisioning and all. This is where they handle provisioning. And also, as a tenant, if you host email service with us, typically your tenancy will have a domain administrator. The domain administrator will have similar privileges, but just for your domain. This is a super admin as email provider. That's what I could see. So at quick glance, you could see the statistics. Currently, we have about 235 domains. That's different organizations. We have, as of today, we have about 106,977 mailboxes, and we have about 751 aliases. So aliases are like, okay, for example, you have galaxybackbone.com.ng as a tenant. Then we have another domain which we use as well, which is gbb.com.ng. So you could send an email, for example, to any to a Galaxy staff, either on galaxybackbone.com.ng or gbb.com.ng. So that's typically what the alias is. So here, like I said, they have about 235 tenants. So from this interface, this is where you have the various domains. So this is where you could create a new domain. So assuming you're creating a new organization altogether, this is where you get to fill all the various information and create it. Then when you're done creating, okay, because of time, I think I will really not go through all that. So when you're done creating, then you go to identities for that particular domain, you create an administrator. So this is for example, a domain administrator for that particular domain. So here you get to specify which domain by, let's say, admin at, let's say, lcci.com.ng as an example. So you put that information here, then that becomes the tenant domain. So that same organization now can go back, log into their own admin panel and be able to create email aliases, users for that organization. Now, typically, assuming LCCM is now a tenant, for example, then their admin panel will typically be, the naming convention is CP, that's control panel, dot the domain. For example, we have tenants like, okay, let's say Ministry of Justice, for example. So it will be www.cp.justice.gov.ng. Sorry. Sorry, 1 second, it's HTTPS. Okay, all right, it's up. So you see, this URL is different. The one I used was for the entire service from the backend from Galaxy, but every tenant that is provisioned will have this interface for the admin to administer their own email. So you don't need to go to Galaxy and say, I want to create users, I want to change quota for a particular user, and so on and so forth. So this is for as far as backend is concerned. Then for the front end, once email is created, also there's also a naming convention for web access of the email itself. It is webmail.the-domain. So I'll give example. For example, Galaxy itself is also a tenant. It's the same email service we use. Let's say, okay, you have a webmail.galaxybackbone.com.ng. This is because Galaxy is a tenant on GovMail, on the GBB mail. So typically, I will just log in with my username. All right, this is my email on the GBB mail. So I can send, receive, basically everything you can do with email. I believe we're all professionals here. We're used to using email service, so I don't want to bore you with mail flow and all that. Then let me pick an organization just to, again, demonstrate the convention for web access. So let's say web mail dot agriculture So let's say a user in agriculture now, they want to access their mail via web. This is the URL they should use. Sorry, I think I didn't get it properly. HTTPS. Okay, maybe I didn't get the domain right. Try justice again. Oh, okay. So I think agriculture has a different domain given their new name. So typically, if an email is provisioned for your organization, it doesn't matter whether it's a government organization or not. Then if you, the convention for accessing the backend for the admin of that organization, like I demonstrated, is to type cp.domain name. Then for web access, is webmail.the domain name, like I have demonstrated. And also, this is web access is not the only access that that is provided for the government. For those of us that are very used to Outlook, you could also configure it on Outlook. Like a lot of times, a lot of customers I've interacted with, they use Outlook. I don't know, is my Outlook visible? Is my Outlook visible? No, it's not, right?
Visible.
Okay, well, okay, so sorry, let me switch to my Outlook. All right, is it visible now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right. So this is the same email I logged into. You can see. So this is the same email configured on Outlook. So if you have any client like Thunderbird or even mobile client, you can also, the same way you can configure any email. So so basically that's the walkthrough demo about the GBB mail. Like I said, remember some of the key features of this email service is data sovereignty, enhanced email security, cost-effective email solution, scalability, high availability, and disaster recovery, amongst other benefits. Thank you. Chidi, please, over to you.
All right, thank you very, very much, Tom. Thank you so much for that live demonstration of the GBB email service. Like we said, developed by people, a service that is already been in use by a number of organizations today. Tom has highlighted a lot about, stressed also again on data sovereignty, on email security, enhanced scalability. These are features, and these are some of the features of this solution that we believe could be beneficial to most of the businesses that are on this call today. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members and leaders of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for almost 30 to 45 minutes, you've listened to us at Galaxy Backbone share with you our thoughts, our infrastructure, our people, the value that we bring to organizations, our strength in the industry, some of the things that we believe that you probably did not know of before about Galaxy Backbone. Our executive directors have also invited you to come and experience our infrastructure anytime you're in Abuja. It's an invitation that we'll be really, really very, very glad to take on anytime anybody from the chamber is here in Abuja. So at this point, we would like to open up the call, the platform for questions, for comments, for thoughts based on all the presentations that you've heard today from our from our presenters, from our speakers. Our managing director, represented by Executive Director, Digital Exploration and Technical Services, started by talking about Galaxy Backbone's role in Nigeria's digital economy. The president of the Chamber of Commerce, also the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also shared his thoughts, his remarks on digital enablement of businesses and the value of collaboration. Our Executive Director, Customer Centricity and Marketing, shared with you the Galaxy Backbone value proposition, just like we saw on the comment session, a lot of people felt it was very valuable to them. Adele Adeoti, our head network infrastructure and support services, give you an overview of Galaxy Backbone services and talking about cloud, connectivity, hosting and data center solutions. And Tom has just demonstrated one of our solutions, our email service, to you. So we would at this point ask for questions, for comments. We'd really, really love to hear from you. What has been your thoughts? What has been your maybe experience working with Galaxy Backbone, or something that you've taken out of these presentations that you'd like to share with us today? So if you'd like to speak, please, we'd like you to raise your hands and we'll identify you and give you the floor to speak. Anyone ready to speak? You can just you can unmute yourself and you can share with us. Okay, we have Adewale. Adewale, you can please unmute yourself and please share with us your comment or your question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This has been very, very impactful, and it's a wonderful experience. It's a very wonderful experience. I've been following Galaxy Backbone for some time now. I think I'm impressed. Now, I just have one or two suggestions that I think we can do, that can make Galaxy Backbone, much more rich, that the outreach can be more effective. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is that the last presenter who talked about the email services and what have you, I'm of the opinion that that service can be scaled up, to the national level, such that virtually all Nigerians, instead of using all these offshore services by by Google and the rest of them, we can be using Galaxy Backbone email services. Just like it was said there, we can make it it is more cost effective and it stops capital flight out of the country. Scale it up to the national level alongside other products that we have out there, like the Meta products, Google products on Facebook, Twitter, and what have you. We can have, with what Galaxy Backbone has, I think we can have something like that localized here. I think it is being done somewhere in Asia, but I think China have their own local social media handles. And that is apart from all this one that is in the Western world. I think with the email service that Galaxy Backbone has just come up with, we should scale it up and try as much as possible to bring in other products that Nigerians can, participate and be a part of. Another one I think I want us to do, I think we can do, is on the level, on the issue of the publicity. I think we can do far much more better than we're doing presently on publicity. Publishing in the print media, electronic media, bringing the idea of Galaxy Backbone more to the doorstep of Nigerians. Yeah, it is coming up on the social media, but I think we need to do more documentaries like you showed us here now, more documentaries to bring the presence of Galaxy Backbone to Nigerians. I think it's in the present era that people are getting to know more about Galaxy Backbone. Galaxy Backbone is now becoming more popular in Nigeria within the last 2-3 years. But I think we can scale it up even more. Then also, I am of the opinion that the facility Galaxy Backbone has can be extended in collaboration with the various examination bodies. That's even my own sphere. University and Tertiary Matriculation Examination Board, UTME, WAEC, they are doing CBT with all these facilities that Galaxy Backbone has, and partnering with them, letting them know that their CBT can be conducted seamlessly using the various service of Galaxy Backbone. It will save us the national embarrassment of examination malpractices coming up, like the one that came up the last time, where the DG UTME had to come online and appeal and apologize. I think if they have a service provider like Galaxy Backbone, that will be mitigated. So I'm suggesting for more a partnership between Galaxy Backbone and various examination bodies towards ensuring that CBT is carried out more effectively and more efficiently in Nigeria. And of course, the capital flight too will also be brought down to the barest minimum. And of course, the last one is the issue of the medium and small scale enterprises that we have across board, which I think the LCCI can help, in terms of bringing Galaxy Backbone more, talking about preaching the evangelism of Galaxy Backbone to their various members, so that the facilities and the expertise of Galaxy Backbone can be incorporated in their businesses. And before you know it, it will become very popular across the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akinwela Akinsara. It was really, 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 really great hearing from you. Thank you for the suggestions. I've noted all the suggestions that you've made to us. Talked about scaling up our email service. You talked also a lot about our publicity. I can assure you that in the next couple of weeks and months, that will be there. You'll begin to see this on the electronic and print media. I'm sure my executive director, customer centricity and marketing, at some point would also speak to that as well. Thank you for also acknowledging the fact that there's been a lot of improvement in terms of our awareness. You also talked a lot about extending our infrastructure to my exam bodies, make an example of UTME, and things like that. Is something that we'll definitely look into, and I believe we've taken note of that. And we'll see how well we can strengthen that relationship with those bodies. And then you've also talked about the importance of the SMEs, and where you have also stated that LCCI, in collaboration with Galaxy Backbone, can also create some level of value for those people within that strata of our society. Thank you so much for those your suggestions. We've taken note of them. So we have Nasser Yakubu. Please, you can introduce yourself, tell us your organization, and go on with your question or comment.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chidi. My name is Nasser Suleiman Yakubu, Coordinator, Northwest Zone Regional Office, Kano, Galaxy Backbone. Mine is just a contribution based on the topic presented by the my two EDs, ED Digital Exploration and then CCM. There's one area, ever since I resumed headship of this region, looked at digital startups. Very, very, very important. I think collaborating with LCCI provides institutional credibility and business networks, while GBB supplies digital blockchain innovation expertise. How this works? We can create an LCC GBB digital inclusion hub, both physical and virtual. It will serve as a one-stop platform for startup onboarding, for example, digital skills training, regulatory guidance, access to market and investors. This is very, very important. And that's why we see this collaboration with LCC as a very, very timely collaboration and initiative. The impact it will create, it will lower entry barriers for underserved founders, connect informal and early stage startups to the formal economy. Another area where we can also tap from this startup acceleration and capacity building, we can create collaborative programs. We can jointly run accelerators and bootcamps, focus on fintech, agri-tech, health tech, edtech, GovTech, and the rest. So I think this provides a very, very clear opportunity for us to tap on digital tools, blockchain, and emerging tech experts. And then LCCI can deliver business mentorship, corporate partnership, and market access. That is very, very important. We have also digital inclusion gain. It enables startups solving financial, geographic, and literacy inclusion, and also encourages local, relevant digital solution. Just as my last speaker spoke about scaling up the email solution and the rest. So we can create digital solution from that. We could also have digital skill and inclusion training for the startup. You know, we target the youth, women-led startups, MSMEs, informal sector entrepreneurs. We can do that by having a joint offering, digital literacy program, e-commerce onboarding, cybersecurity awareness, and the rest. So I think when we do that, it will help us to create, to provide policy advocacy and regulatory sandbox. We can relate with, collaborate with the likes of the CBN regulators, the Security and Exchange Commission, National Communication Commission, NIDA, and the rest. So once we do that, I think it will provide us a better opportunity for digital inclusion and startup sandbox. That is very, very important, especially the Northern region. I have seen a lot of startup here, but they needed the collaborative platform for them to, you know, expand and outreach their target audience. So I think in a nutshell, this is what my contribution is done. Thank you very much, Mr. Chidi.
All right, thank you very much, Nasser Suleiman. Nasser Suleiman is our regional coordinator for our Northwest region. Thank you so much for throwing some light on ways in which we can collaborate with LCCI. We would like to really hear from members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We would really like to hear your thoughts. We've read some comments on the chat box, and some of you have asked for the slides. We will definitely make that available through the LCCI Secretariat to everyone on this call, and this is also being recorded, so you can be rest assured that both the slides and the recording will be made available to you. So please, any more comments, questions, contributions, ideas that would help stimulate, you know, a greater relationship, you know, or collaboration between the organizations within the LCCI and Galaxy Backbone.
Yes. Yeah, that's taking back on this. Just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. That is yes, please.
Okay, we have Olusegun Okune. Sir, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Segun Kuneye. I'm the chairman for the ICT subsector for LCCI. Thank you so much for a well-delivered presentation. Just to mention, you did talk about collaboration between LCCI and also Galaxy Backbone in terms of benefits towards our members. I think beyond sending the presentation or the Zoom recording, it's also been nice if we could have copies of your product brochure and maybe company profile, and we could actually share with LCCI, and we can actually have that also circulated with our members, and they can actually get value from that. Thank you.
right, thank you so much, Mr. Segun Okuneye. We will definitely make that available. We have a number of product brochures. Our marketing team and also our team in Lagos will definitely make that available to the chamber. Any more comments, questions? I know that we've gone over the time by a few minutes, but we'll still like to just take on maybe one or two more questions or comments before we close for today. All right, I can see panelists. Okay, please, if you can just unmute yourself and your name, your organization, and your comment or question. Thank you.
Yeah, say good morning or good afternoon. Good afternoon, more of afternoon than morning. My name is Leye Puluyi again. I just want to thank you once again for making this thing possible. But just to remind you that our ICT and the youth, business leader and others will say come together and engage you again. Well, just to confess to you that I'm already using your product as a Nigerian. Every of our organization is your product, but many people don't know. It save money for each of the company instead of looking for foreign exchange at a higher value, and then you have the same value, if not a better value, by paying naira and at a lesser cost. Definitely, we'll make it. We'll popularize it. We'll do the marketing for you, but more importantly, I know our chairman of Funaya, we immediately after now, he will be knocking at your door because he has a lot of program for you to collaborate with. One of our major area of focus is youth empowerment. And we know no one talked about youth empowerment behind the backbone itself, which is the Galaxy backbone. So we come back to you, and we focus on women too, and definitely we have a lot of programs that we will still have to do together. Once again, for opening your door for this, we need to say thank you very much, but expect more. Never mind that we've been around since 138 years, but we are as modern as the Galaxy backbone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. The President and Chairman of Council, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Engineer Leye Puluyi. Thank you so much, sir, for your vote of confidence. And it's great to hear that you're already using one of the services of Galaxy Backbone. We look forward to deeper engagements with the Chamber and the other parts of the industry. So once again, sir, thank you so much for your thoughts and kind words. We are coming close to the end of this session. If there are no more questions or comments, we've taken note of the comments in the chat box, and we'll definitely attend to them. But if there are no more comments or questions, at this point, I would like to invite my colleague in Lagos. He's our business relationship manager in Lagos, covering Lagos and Southwest, for the closing remarks and votes of thanks. Mr. Victor Imonire. Victor, over to you.
Thank you, Chidi. Wow. This has really been an exciting time, and I'm sure it has been enriching for you too. On behalf of the MD, CEO, Professor Adeonju, the executive directors here, and every one of us at Galaxy Backbone Limited, I would like to sincerely thank the President, Lagos Chambers of Commerce and Industries, and you, the esteemed members of the chambers, for joining us today for this insightful webinar. We trust that this session has provided you with clearer insights on how Galaxy Backbone can support and strengthen your digital transformation journey. As you explore these enriching solutions in your own universe of possibilities, we invite you to engage further with us If you look at the chat box, I've shared some of our numbers, business relationship managers here in the Lagos office. You can also visit us at the Lagos office at Plot 1C, Obafemi Awolowo Way, just at Alausa Ikeja, opposite Ikeja City Mall. Yes, Ikeja City Mall. You can also explore our solutions further at our website, www.gbb.com.ng, or connect with any of the team through the numbers that I've pasted on the chat. This we want you to know. At Galaxy Backbone, we remain committed to delivering secure, seamless, and reliable ICT and digital solutions. Solutions you can depend on 24/7. We're ready to collaborate. We're ready to support you. We're ready to help you achieve that digital goal of yours. Thank you once again for your time. Thank you for your participation, and most especially for your interest. We look forward to working with you one-on-one. Thank you very much. God bless Lagos Chambers of Commerce and Industries. God bless Galaxy Backbone Limited. God bless you. Chidi, over to you. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very, very much, Victor. Thank you for the closing remarks. And thank you for reminding the members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce. The Galaxy Backbone has got a presence in Lagos. And so we are actually closer to you than you think. So we look forward to deeper conversations, partnerships, collaborations that we can do together as an organization. Just in case most of you may not know, we are www.galaxybackbone.com.ng. You can visit us on our website so that you can get to know much more about Galaxy Backbone. You can also follow us across our social media handles on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. We are at Galaxy Backbone, and you would find us. We try as much as possible to ensure that we continue to share our stories, our milestones, and the value that we bring to Nigerian businesses and government in areas of digital transformation and digital infrastructure services. So once again, on behalf of all of us at Galaxy Backbone, we thank everyone, all the members, over 50 to 60 members of the Chamber of Commerce who joined us this afternoon for this first, I believe, in the series of other webinars and engagements that we're going to be having with the Chamber of Commerce going forward. Thank you very much. Please endeavor to reach out to us. Our service desk, we are service desk at galaxybackbone.com.ng. Once again, on behalf of all of us at Galaxy Backbone, the Managing Director and Chief Executive of Galaxy Backbone, our executive directors, the leaders of Galaxy Backbone, all of us really at Galaxy Backbone, thank you so much. And thank you for participating at today's session. And we would like to wish you all the best, going into the remaining part of the day and into the week. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much. God bless you all.
You are still on mute.
And Happy New Year.